like way more high than I wanted to get.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And I can't beat around the bush because...
Do you want to wait? Do you want to wait like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Watch another music video and then
yeah,
start?
I need to chill.
Okay. We'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Tell them how we got here.
All right, folks. Here we go.
Welcome back to the Big Brown Sack. Thank you so much for waiting.
We're back.
We are back
We're
to the Big
back.
Brown Sack. Listen, I had to take a quick intermish. Got a little too high
Yeah.
than I needed to get.
Yeah.
And so I said, hey, Joe, listen, I got to take a minute.
And that's
And
part of it, that's part of enjoying it. It's knowing your limitations.
knowing your limitations, learning about yourself. So what did you do to bring me back?
I'll tell you what any good boyfriend would do on Valentine's Day. And gentlemen, listen up. Because if you want to get your woman in the right place on Valentine's Day, go ahead and play Kevin Gates' Breakfast music video. It came out 4 days ago. It's got almost 2 million views already. And I mean, the guy is just one of a kind, no?
Okay, so you were about to tell me why he goes on 3-day fasts. Like, you just started spitting out crazy facts about Kevin
Well,
Gates.
before we get too deep into the Kevin Gates rabbit hole,
Oh, okay, cool.
Dayna,
Bring me back.
happy Valentine's Day. It's the Valentine's Day episode.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day out there. We are recording this on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so when you hear this, it will not be Valentine's Day, but you get what we're putting down.
Yeah. I mean, use your imagination a little.
Yeah, seriously.
Put yourself back in Valentine's Day right where we are on our big brown sack
On a big
tonight.
brown sack.
So, Dayna, you ran a poll on your Instagram. Oh, yeah. Did you not?
I did.
Would you like to BS about this?
I would like to BS about this, brown sack this. Okay. So I posted a poll. So look, I was coming into Valentine's Day kind of prefacing to Joe like, hey, like I'm not getting you anything. It's going to be low key this year. I've been leading you up to this day saying like, I just want maybe a Chotsky from like, the convenience store.
And
something small. Like I was very like, I don't want to get each other anything really. I want to go out and do something and that's it.
And I want to highlight the part about where you said, I'm not going to get you anything. Because later we were talking about, well, you are going to give me something.
Right.
Well, let's not get too far into that. But anyways, the question you asked your audience is,
do you get your boyfriend a present on Valentine's Day?
Correct. And the options you gave?
The options is Valentine's Day is just for the girls. I give him a card or photos if I'm feeling generous. The third option is just the swap. You're welcome. And the fourth option is I get my boyfriend a gift, like cologne, sweets, and clothing. The winner is just the swap.
Really?
You're welcome.
Wow.
And it only beat the other...
people have spoken.
The people have spoken, but it only beat the other option. The second option was just 3% away from being the best. So they were like neck and neck. It was a
tight race.
They were neck and neck.
Okay, let's go, people.
And
There's different perspectives out there. This is beautiful.
This is a population divided because first place is just the swap. Second place, very close behind, is I get my boyfriend a gift.
Oh,
Cologne,
okay, that's nice.
Sweets, clothing, etc.
Yeah.
So
That's
there
wholesome.
are a lot of women out there getting their men gifts.
That's
and
great.
I was happy to see that.
That's great. We love to see that.
We do love to see that. I I couldn't show up in that way this year.
Yeah. Well,
But
yeah. Let's just
that
say
just didn't feel right for this year for
Yeah.
some reason.
and all
it didn't
just
feel natural for me.
and
I was like, I can't think
Look.
about what, you give me so much.
and maybe next year you
Every
get in the
day.
mood to do something, and that's
Yeah.
great. You gave me what you were in the mood to give this year.
Yes.
And I will say, happy camper.
Yeah.
Hey, yo!
So it's just,
Yeah.
however you're feeling,
Yeah.
everybody becomes great in their own way.
So true. And this holiday was spent just the way I wanted it to.
That's great. So it was I don't even want to say it. What was in first place?
WAP.
Yes, that was in first place. Second place
neck and neck is I get my boyfriend a gift.
Okay, and then what was the percentages on those? Does it tell you the
36%
said what?
for WAP.
Okay.
And 33% for giving a gift.
Okay, and then what was next?
Just for the girls came in 17%
So
of people said just for the girls.
it's just for the girls. We don't get our men shit.
Yeah, fuck them.
Fuck them.
And I love those girlies.
Yeah.
Um,
And we love you too.
and
We love you, ladies. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
okay. Coming in last place,
Dead last.
14% of
Yikes.
people said a card or photos if I'm feeling generous. Now, I had a typo. So really it reads a card of photos.
Wait, what?
It reads a card of photos. If I'm feeling generous, what I meant was
card of
I
photos.
give him a card or photos. Because you know how girls will
yeah, it's way
sometimes do
too
those
specific.
so
It came
fucking
up
specific.
way too
But
specific.
look, Instagram limited me. Really, I wanted to break that up into 2 options.
Yeah,
But
they screwed you.
that interface.
So there was probably only a subset of people that even
Absolutely.
understood what the last option was.
Yeah.
So it could have skewed the
There is-
stats.
I think everyone would have taken all of these things in very different ways the way I wrote them.
Yeah.
So
So
this isn't your final source. It's a source. But maybe.
you got Italian there for a second. So, think what a great salty.
Wait, remember that bit we were doing the other night about you in Italy, and you would say things in Italian accents.
Yeah, and sometimes I
thinking
nail
you
it.
were speaking Italian.
Well, sometimes I would nail it. Sometimes I would nail it because the dudes would be like, they would say it back in English, but you could tell they appreciated. They were like, "Nice, nice."
Yeah, but there were a lot of times where
Or like they would like wink. They'd be like, "Yeah." They'd fist bump me. They'd be like, "Nice
yeah,
work,
this
man."
guy's Italian at heart.
Um,
Anyway, Kevin Hart. I mean,
Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates, the guy just puts it all out there, doesn't he? He does not leave much to the imagination when he's talking about what he wants to do on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, this
Gates.
guy's gnarly.
Yeah.
We're literally like, are we like watching porn together?
Yeah.
Like, what is this music video?
Well,
this
you
is
said-
gnarly. He's like licking her knee. I'm like, dude, what?
Yeah, well, you said while we're watching it, you go, if we were gonna watch porn together, what kind of porn would we watch? and I said, well, apparently Kevin Gates porn, because this music video is outrageous. And then the weirdest part is it like cuts to him like in a winter jacket in the middle of a field. Also, he's like,
They're such disconnected scenes.
Yeah. And he's just so beautifully himself at the same time now.
He's
So
rocking it.
I respect him big time.
And it's got a rhythm and it's got a beat. And guess what? It's catchy.
Yeah.
What more could people want?
What more can people want? Listen, if you want to hear us talk more about this music video, please comment, like, subscribe. But I want
And
to
again,
talk
this
about...
is the Kevin Gates Breakfast official music video. Everyone go watch. Let us know your feedback.
Everyone go watch. Let us know.
Okay, so you were...
I also posted something on Instagram about Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah, hit us.
So I put on... Wait, what were you going to say? No, you were about to say something.
we started recording because you were about to tell me why he does like 3-day fasts or something.
Oh, it's just like, I was just more so like saying... This guy's a legend. Like, I love Kevin Gates. Like, he is like a rapper / philosopher, man. You should just look up clips of Kevin Gates talking on podcasts. He'll go on these podcasts and these ladies, I don't know what these podcasts are. I'm not too like into like the rap community podcasts, but I do for some reason get a lot of Kevin Gates content on my timeline. And
You're keeping up with Kevin Gates.
I guess, yeah, I do.
You're keeping up with Kevin
to
Gates.
his content, apparently.
Okay.
And so he will go on these podcasts and he'll say like very intelligent things, but also he'll go on these other podcasts and it'll be these like ladies interviewing him and they'll be like, "So what's the last crazy thing you did in the bedroom, Kevin?" And he'll be like, "Man, I got pissed on this morning." Like, you're like, oh, he's like,
oh man,
me and my girl are on a 3-day water fast and it's just beautiful. It's pure water and we just piss on each other in the bed. And you're just like, wow. And I'm sorry if that's too graphic.
Damn.
Let us know in the comments, like, comment, subscribe if that's too graphic for you. But that is what he says. And also sorry for maybe overquoting.
Outstanding. I mean,
Kevin
imagine
Gates.
not... So a water fast, would that be like just drinking water for 3 days?
Yeah, I don't...
not drinking water for 3 days?
No. They're definitely drinking water.
They're drinking water and
Nothing
water
else.
only. They're not eating anything.
I believe so, but I don't know for sure.
Okay,
these are
we
like
have to find out.
15-second TikToks that I watch, and then I don't do any further research.
Yeah,
you know?
totally.
There's no further research that goes into it.
Totally.
But I wanted to tell you that I posted on my Instagram asking the BSers out there what a question about Valentine's Day. Is it okay if I read that to you?
Yeah, of course, please.
So I asked the audience, I posted this lovely picture of Dayna and I did one of those question polls, and I said, what is your secret to love, and do you have any Vday traditions? The question is, what is your secret to love, and do you have any Vday traditions? Okay. Nailed it.
From the top.
No,
Just
no.
kidding. No.
They got what they needed.
Trust me, I know.
It's Valentine's, babe. It's Valentine's. We're not always going to be this cranked up, all right?
Oh yeah, everyone just calm
is
down.
the Valentine's Day
everyone
episode.
Calm down. We're amped right now.
We're
Okay.
amped right now, okay? And so you heard the question, and look, if you missed the question, I will read it to you one more time. Okay, hold on, I missed it. I dropped it. All right. What is your secret to love? And or do... No, that's bad.
Bring it back.
What is your secret to love, and do you have any V-Day traditions? There it was. V-Day traditions. What are your V-Day traditions?
Everyone, please keep in mind that Joe did the morning announcements in high school.
Yeah, they don't need to know that right now. That's a story for a different day.
No, it's a story for literally
I have
right
to
now.
tell them we cannot stray.
Okay, what's
have to
going
tell
on
them,
Valentine's Day?
What
Bring
is
it
your
back.
secret to love? What are your Valentine's Day traditions? Let's see. Slug a few beers at the watering hole with the bros. What about
What
you?
the fuck? Who the fuck said that?
I can't say.
One of your friends from Pittsburgh.
No, it wasn't.
Really?
It wasn't. But that's all I'll say. That's
Oh,
all I'll say.
shit.
That's all I'll say about on that matter. Okay.
Damn.
That's the first one. The next one is, Oh my gosh, one of our OG BSers wrote to us. Someone that listened to episode 1
Yep.
wrote to me, must have known what I was doing. She said, LOL, discuss these answers on the next podcast. And
Bro, she's hired.
hired.
I don't know who it is.
You're hired. But there's also a dash, love languages.
Oh.
You love talking about love languages.
I really do. Let's talk about it.
I think you go in between love languages. You kind of bounce back and
ebb
forth
and
in
flow.
between.
I ebb and flow in my love
Between
languages.
love languages. How many love languages are there again, Dayna?
Five. Let's try to walk through them together. Physical touch,
Mm-hmm.
receiving gifts,
Mm-hmm.
acts of service,
Mm-hmm.
quality time, and words of affirmation. 5.
Can you do that one more time?
Who knows? Let's
Physical
try.
touch,
Physical touch,
gifts,
receiving gifts,
acts of service,
quality time, and words of affirmation.
words. Oh my god, dude. How 5 am I? How words of affirmation am I for love languages?
I think you are. I think that's pretty accurate.
Anyways,
But I think
I
you
wanna
give
ask you-
love in different ways. I think you receive love in words of affirmation, but I think that you give love in acts of service. And you're really good at physical touch because you know that's important to me.
yeah. What love language are you thinking you're in right now? What love language are you enjoying the most right now?
Right now,
Because you ebb and flow.
That's such a good question, and I actually have an answer. So, like most of the time, majority of the time, it's physical touch. But right now, like in the space I'm in my life, I've been really like receiving love, like very effectively through your acts of service. Like I've really needed to lean on you, like over the past 2 weeks. I feel like more than usual.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense like I'm just drained after the day and it's like high stress for me right now at work. Like last night I was just sinking into the couch, like sleeping at like 7 p.m., like in and out of sleep for like 4 hours down here. And you realized I hadn't eaten and you made me gluten-free mac and cheese.
Yeah, I did do that.
And it took you a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I really needed that.
But guess what? It brought you back to life, and who cleaned
It
up
really
all the
did.
dishes?
Me.
You did. So it's a give and take.
It circles back.
It's a give and take. And you're crazy if you didn't think I didn't have some of that mac and cheese. I also had a substantial bowl of the mac and cheese for myself as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You did.
But I totally knew that was something that you would enjoy in that moment.
And then, like, also, you were helping me, like, when I was in a slump, you would, like, ask me to do things intentionally, just, like, trying to get me up off the couch because you knew that if I would just get up off the couch, I'd feel better by just doing something. And so there were several times where I was, like, in the slump, and you were like, hey, Dayna, can you go, like, change the laundry? And I felt like you were asking.
I do not talk like that, fellas. Just so you know, my voice is much deeper, much more masculine.
But you do say it in
It's more of a, hey, Dayna, why don't you get up on your feet?
hey, bitch.
But anyways, go on.
It's more like, hey, bitch.
No,
never. Never. But yeah, you say it in a soft, kind voice. You say, hey, like, you're not like, hey, can you go change the laundry? You're like, hey, can you go change the laundry? Like, you're kind about it. And so I'll be like, damn, I guess I have to go change the laundry. Like, fuck. But, like, he's asked me to do it, and I want to do it, like, for him, and I'll do it.
So
and
acts
then
of service are your major love language right
and
now.
then and you're in a way you're expressing like an act of service of like getting me up and out of my slump in a way.
Yeah. That's fascinating. I think the love language thing is fascinating. I think knowing your love languages, especially and knowing your partner's love language, is like a pretty important thing, especially when you're first getting started in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, I remember you told me that physical touch was your love language early on. And I just like knew that, and like even we would be like sitting on the couch together, and instead of just like sitting there, like start like brushing your arm or something. Like I would literally just start like scratching your shoulder.
Yeah.
Like putting little to no effort into it.
Yeah.
But you'd be loving it.
Yeah. Like it's you can't describe it, the feeling that I get. Like the sense of love. It's so significant. Like it's just like a crazy experience. And sometimes you don't really become conscious about what your love language is until you really like consciously think about it.
Yeah,
like I didn't know.
Totally.
Like
you learn about yours too.
Yeah.
Until you consciously think about yours. And so when you told me about the words of affirmation love language, I was like,
that's me to a T.
Yeah, dude. Now that you mention it, why don't you toss some more words of affirmation there, huh?
Yeah.
Let's do some affirmation.
Oh, yeah, you love the affirmation.
But yeah, you're right. I don't need the affirmation nearly as much anymore.
What love language are you enjoying the most right now?
I mean, physical I don't know. Physical touch is always going to be one.
Yeah.
You know, it's always going to be one. Words of affirmation is a big one. I mean, the acts of service.
Quality time, maybe, because you're podcasting and stuff.
Well, it's just funny because you're telling me about your stories, and I'm like, yeah, acts of service. Love that. I think I love all of them.
I love all of them,
You
too.
love all of them, you know. it's good to have them all.
Yeah,
hey, if you could have them all.
Why would you just have one? That
freaking
makes no sense.
Ash, Ketchum, Pokemon, gotta have them all, dude.
Gotta have them all.
Yeah, gotta catch them all. Sorry, excuse me for the Pokemon fans out there. Gotta catch them all. Okay, do you want to go through some more of the answers
I do.
for my Valentine's? This is the Valentine's Day special, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Honestly, it's been so awesome to hear people's responses to the first episode. Everybody's been like real, but also so nice. And, you know,
really encouraging. They've been really encouraging, right? Like they're like, yes, keep going. This is awesome.
Yeah. And so, Warzone Victory is the next one. So that's like a Xbox or like a gaming thing, Call of Duty thing.
As a Valentine's Day activity?
Yeah, these are single. This is another single guy that replied to this. What are your Vday traditions?
Cool.
Warzone Victory. Same person, another response. Sit on my thumb and play Xbox tonight. So there you go. Probably would have been better to do the first one, dude.
Yeah.
Come on. But hey, we appreciate you listening.
We do.
Oh my god, dude. We're another single guy, and it's one word. This is gonna. If we were, we're not making any money on this, but this would demonetize it if we were. One word: anal. What is your secret to love or Valentine's Day tradition? One word answer: anal.
Single guy.
Single guy.
Cool.
This is nice. Okay, this is guy in relationship. Yearly trip to a mountain town. And then it gets specific, and I don't want to get more specific than that to give this person away.
Okay, cool.
But like,
so they go into the mountains.
On like a trip, like to a mountain
Sick.
town. So like you maybe like Leavenworth or something.
I like that. That's sweet.
That's really cool.
And that's like intentional, you know?
Ours is kind of like we go to like a fancy dinner.
Yeah, I think we do like to do fancy dinners. You and I, every once in a while, we do like to get dressed up and we do like to splurge on food.
Yeah, we get,
How often do you think? Like once every 3 months? 2 months? Not weekly. We're not talking weekly or anything. But when there's an occasion, we
like once a month, probably. Anytime there's an occasion. Well, for a lot of occasions. Valentine's Days specifically.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Valentine's Days specifically, we've done a lot of these fancy dinners.
Yeah, you're right.
Woodinville, Barking Frog. We went to.
That was fancy.
That was the most money I ever spent on a dinner in my life.
The Barking Frog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That place.
What did it come out to? Like,
I can't remember, but I remember it coming out and knowing right away. I was like, this is the most money I've ever spent at one restaurant in my life before.
Yeah. And it was only 2 of us.
It was only 2.
And
Yeah.
I
But it was
remember
awesome, wasn't it?
some people acting amok in there.
They were.
It was super
so
quiet
hammered.
in there.
That
Like
guy
it was
kept
supposed
trying
to be
talk
super
to us.
elegant and luxury, but there was this table of rascals.
You guys staying in the hotel tonight?
Yeah.
They're like trying to talk to us. I'm like, what? Are you talking to me right now, dude?
And it's like soft
It's
piano
Valentine's
music in there.
Yeah.
You know?
He's like, you guys staying in the hotel? We're having a party in our place. Would you guys bring some drinks down? We'll party.
Yeah.
I'm like, what
We're
is
like,
going on, man?
You're out of your mind.
Yeah,
you
we're
think
not
we're
hanging out
hanging-
with you, dude. We are absolutely not gonna come.
Though there was one split second where we looked at each other and really like, should we hang with them?
No, dude, that
I
guy
think
was
there was
way
one-
too drunk.
Yeah.
That guy
You
was
think
way
we were
too
scared
drunk.
the whole time?
Well, we were pretty
remember.
drunk too, so I think I was like,
I was hammered.
I was like,
Not hammered, but like I do remember like struggling to walk to the bathroom at one point because my heels were so tall
yeah,
and I hadn't worn heels in that long.
yeah,
And I was drinking and I was like,
yeah.
I'm going to have to take these off in this super nice restaurant.
Yeah, that's kind of like that's like a sporting event, basically.
Mhm.
Like you are in a match between you and the high heel at that point.
Yeah.
And what is that? Like, what muscles is that? Like calves? Are you
It really beats me. It feels
Balance.
like the whole shebang.
your core? You got to stabilize your core.
Core, tummy tucked.
Yep.
Butt tucked.
Mm-hmm.
Scooting across.
Yeah,
Scooting across as quickly as possible.
yeah.
Okay, but your friend's answer was Mountain Town.
Yeah, mountain towns. So, but I like our little tradition that we have of going to like a fancy dinner. It's been
Yeah, it's
really
cool.
nice. But I think it's nice. To getting back to this answer, it's nice to have something. It's nice to have something to look forward to. I say
Yes.
something you'll hear me say all the time
Mhm.
is that one of the secrets of life is to have something to look forward to.
Yep. I've been told that by a grandparent. I'll have to think of which grandparent. But that's a philosophy I've lived by as well.
Yeah, it's so nice to have something to look forward to.
Yeah. Speaking of, if you want to tune in, we will be celebrating President's Day.
Yes.
And we will be coming with very unique stories about
Yes.
past or current presidents.
Yes.
Ideally past.
Ideally past. You don't want to get. We don't want to get into the political realm.
No,
China.
We're not gonna really dive deep into politics.
No, but
China.
we will dive deep into presidents of the past
Mhm.
because that's not politics anymore. That's history.
So frickin' true.
Where does politics end and history start? Bill Clinton?
Where does
Reagan? President Reagan?
I think Clinton.
You think?
I think Reagan's like past now,
Yeah.
but Bill Clinton's still active.
So Bill Clinton is the cutoff.
Yeah,
If
I
you're going
think
to talk
so.
Bill Clinton, that's still politics. So basically, it's like alive presidents, and all of the living presidents don't talk about
Yeah, no, we're going back.
history.
We're
talking
going
history.
back. Okay, but according to this week's
Yeah.
episode, did you get any other replies?
No, that was the last one.
Oh, cool.
But man, Drunk History, that we were watching that the other night. That is a funny show.
So funny. It's so underrated now.
So underrated.
Like, people aren't talking about this
People
enough.
aren't talking about it enough. Do you want to? So this is the Valentine's episode. So we wanted to, talk Valentine's Day, talk about love. Love. It did feel like love was in the air
Love
out
wins.
there, didn't it?
Yeah.
It felt like love was in the air. We went to a local wine tasting, Dayna and I today, a fancy place. We got dressed up.
Mm-hmm.
It was lovely. Dayna, you looked amazing.
Thank you. You too.
It was such a great night. And then we went over to a nice, like, Mexican restaurant in our area, and it was delightful, and the food was good, and Dayna looked great, and we had a great time. And we wanted to just talk about Valentine's Day and love. And it's important. It's important to have friends or someone to love, especially during holidays. So,
And just like a moment like a designated moment to think about love and what that means in your life and where you're finding love and how you're like receiving love and giving love and just like reflecting on what that means in your life because it can mean so many different things.
So I want to say, Dayna, thank you for being somebody that I can love in this life. It's so much fun having a loving relationship with you. And thank you to everybody that wrote into or messaged us and were excited about listening to the first episode. We have the best friends and you know who you are. We've been texting and talking. Thank you for listening. This is something that Dayna and I love doing. We're going to try doing this 30-minute episode. So we're going to stop here, but we're going to have a part 2. We're going to keep going. And so if you want to tune in for part 2 in a week or so,
it's coming to you.
We'll see you then, folks.
Toodles.
Okay, I'm going to